Hello all, I'm Narayana Namalai, Vice President Azure Product Management at Microsoft. Today, I'm going to talk to you about security in the Azure platform, diving into a few core areas and highlighting some capabilities. From the beginning, Microsoft has operated with a global mindset, built to run any application and all workloads across the globe. Azure is built with more regions than any other provider, not just for performance, but to meet country and regional requirements. And today, it is home to major global financial institutions, healthcare organizations, governments, and defense organizations. At Microsoft, we focus on ensuring the services we build are secure by design, secure by default, and secure operations, which are the three foundational principles of our company wide Secure Future initiative. This guides everything we do and everything we build. Working in Azure, you also benefit from that focus, as well as Microsoft's global presence and experience as a security software vendor. Microsoft works with millions of organizations and a vast network of partners who provide us with an unparalleled point of view on the cybersecurity threat landscape. Every day, with our security solutions, supported by 34,000 full time engineers worldwide, we process over 100 trillion security signals from across the world, block 4.5 million net new malware files, screen 5 billion emails for malware and phishing. These signals, coming from endpoints, cloud services, identity systems, and the cloud, gives us deep visibility into emerging threats, attack techniques, and adversary behaviors so we are prepared when attacks happen and the threat landscape evolves. In fact, Microsoft tracks more than 1,500 unique threat groups, including 600 plus nation state threat actor groups. Azure plays a big part in this. Leveraging Microsoft security solutions and powering Microsoft as an enterprise. With 200,000 employees, 750,000 managed devices, 98% of our digital estate runs on Azure. Microsoft itself is customer zero of Azure. Azure also powers the largest workloads on the planet. Just a few examples: Office 365, Teams, SharePoint, LinkedIn, and Xbox. This gives us experience operating in different domains, not to mention the workloads of customers across a wide variety of industries around the world. Our security investments are not limited to Azure. It's Microsoft's number one priority to secure our customers and the company. So, across Microsoft, we invest the resources to keep security as our top priority, addressing issues quickly and operate transparently. Beyond industry leading security to protect customers against threat actors, we take a defense in depth approach and build security and sovereignty capabilities into every layer of the platform. Starting with identity. After all, we all start our workday with a login. Here, we deliver real time access controls for users, workloads, and even AI agents. Then, to secure our workloads, isolation, confidential compute, and secure management for secure operations. End to end access control and encryption protects data at rest and in transit. Data residency controls keep data within your chosen region to meet regulatory needs. Our approach to adaptive layered networking delivers segmentation, isolation, and AI driven monitoring. And we have a full spectrum of digital sovereignty capabilities. Together, this delivers platform security that respects sovereignty requirements and the broadest regulatory and compliance coverage in the industry. Today, we're going to go deeper into a defense in depth approach at the compute, data storage, and networking layers of the platform. Starting with the compute layer, virtual machines, containers, and services across cloud and hybrid environments. It's critical that your defenses hold even when environments change at speed. Workloads are dynamic. They scale up, move across regions, and integrate with AI driven agent. Every change introduces risks. Misconfigurations, unpatched software, and exposed secrets can become entry points for attackers. Challenges arise when you have inconsistent isolation between tenants and cloud providers, or when you drift from secure baselines after deployment. They also come up if runtime threats exploit memory or container vulnerabilities. And in the world of AI, if your AI agents acting at machine speed are compromised. This is where defense in depth starts, where you secure your compute layer so workloads remain resilient even as environments evolve. Let's look at how we have engineered Azure to deliver this protection across VMs, containers, and beyond. Azure builds security into the platform so every workload, whether it is a VM, a container, or a service, starts with strong isolation and continuous protection. This means a reduced attack surface and hardware rooted trust from the very first boot. Today, Azure Boost is front and center in this story. It offloads host infrastructure tasks to dedicated hardware, giving you stronger isolation and reducing risk at the platform level. And we are not stopping there. Azure Confidential Computing is pioneering cryptographic isolation for workloads, using trusted execution environments to deliver verifiable assurance on integrity and protection against insider threats. Now, while Azure secures the platform by default, customers can go even further. Features like Trusted Launch ensures your VM start in a verified, trusted state. Verified boot chains prevent tampering during startup. And with integrated HSM options, you can protect cryptographic keys and manage them securely across your workloads. It's a lot, but together, these capabilities mean security isn't an afterthought. It's engineered into every layer of Azure, ready to protect your most sensitive workloads. Let's take a deeper look at the first item I highlighted, Azure Boost. And let's see how it strengthens security at the compute layers, starting from the moment a server powers on. Imagine a new Azure server coming online. Before any workload runs, Azure Boost ensures the platform starts in a verified, trusted state. Hardware rooted attestation checks the integrity of firmware and boot processes, reducing risk from tampering or compromise. It's like a health check at the silicon level, so you know the foundation is solid. Next, think about what happens inside the host. Traditionally, system agents and management components share resources with tenant workloads. Boost changes that by offloading critical host functions to a dedicated, hardened DPU. This creates host infrastructure isolation, shrinking the attack surface and preventing lateral movement. It's like moving the control room behind a locked doorway away from the main floor. Security doesn't start at startup. Boost continuously monitors baselines and detects anomalies in real time. If something deviates from expected behavior, it's flagged early and corrected. This continuous security assurance means integrity isn't just a point in time check, it's ongoing protection. And the best part? Security by design. Boost is integrated into every new Azure server. No extra steps, no special configurations, just stronger defenses by default, aligned with zero trust principles. This is one of the ways we deliver platform level security that's proactive, hardware based, and always on, giving you confidence that your workloads run on a trusted foundation. Now, with compute secured, the next step is to safeguard the data, both during data movement and data storage in the cloud. Data is the ultimate target for attackers. Breaches expose sensitive information, disrupt operations, financial risks, and erosion of trust. misconfiguration, ransomware, credential leaks, lack of AI controls, insider threats, and slow remediation are the top security risks to sensitive cloud data and systems. AI driven processes amplify these challenges, making real time monitoring, tight controls, and adaptive mitigations essential. Safeguarding your data requires a multi layered strategy: access control, compliance, data residency, and continuous monitoring working together. Let's look at how Azure provides comprehensive security across these areas. Azure protects your data across its entire lifecycle: at rest, in transit, and during access. Further, you can apply least privilege access with Microsoft Entra role based access control and use managed identities to protect data from unauthorized access. You can secure data in transit via TLS and network access controls such as private endpoints and network security perimeter. All your data at rest is fully encrypted with flexibility in key management. You can also ensure data residency with your chosen regions to meet regulatory needs. And you can strengthen cyber resilience with immutable storage and ransomware protection and vaulted backup. You can detect and address threats in real time with AI driven monitoring through Microsoft Defender for storage. Let's dive deeper into that. Microsoft's strategy for safeguarding data follows a simple principle: start secure, stay secure. Start secure means landing securely from day one. With Microsoft Defender for storage, you can enable protection with a single click. Agentless scans and attack path analysis help you detect, prioritize, and remediate risks like misconfigurations, sensitive data exposure, excessive permissions, and potential exfiltration paths across all your storage estates and subscriptions. Stay secure means continuous protection. Defender actively monitors your data estates, automates threat detection, and accelerates investigation and remediation. It integrates with XDR to detect anomalies, scans on uploads, and prevents malware spread, identifies unusual access attempts, and secures data pipelines so threats are stopped before they impact your business. As AI workloads grow, these capabilities become even more critical. Defender helps protect sensitive data used for model training, prevent data poisoning, and detect prompt injection or malicious payloads in AI models stored in the cloud. Bottom line: Microsoft Defender for Storage gives you end to end data security, starting with secure posture management and extending to real time threat protection so your data stays safe, compliant, and ready for innovation. Now, with identities, workloads, and data secured, the next layer is the network, the connective tissue of your cloud and hybrid environments. Networks are where attackers move laterally. A single misconfiguration or exposed endpoint can open paths to critical systems. As AI driven workloads and agents scale, segmentation and adaptive controls become even more critical. A few of the challenges companies face when it comes to securing the network: flat networks that allow unrestricted movement, inconsistent isolation between on premises and cloud regions, limited visibility into traffic patterns and anomalies, AI agents introducing new communication flows that need monitoring. Defending networks is about reducing pathways for attackers and increasing visibility for defenders. At a high level, let's look at how Azure does this by delivering layered network protection that adapts to evolving threats and secures connectivity across cloud, edge, and the hybrid environments. Using solutions like Azure Firewall and Azure Bastion, you can segment or partition the network into logical zones, reducing attack surfaces, enforcing granular access controls. With Azure Network Security Perimeter, Azure Virtual Network, and other technologies, You can isolate critical systems from untrusted environments. This prevents threats from moving laterally and contains breaches. To give you observability, you can monitor traffic continuously with real time AI driven anomaly detection times using traffic analytics plus Sentinel integration for network flows and agent communication. We'll do a deep dive into threat mitigation in a moment, where I will share more on how our security solutions block advanced attacks with intelligent firewalls and AI driven threat detection. As we take a closer look at threat mitigation via defense in depth at the networking layer, imagine the journey of a single request hitting your application. It starts at the edge of the cloud, where attackers often try to overwhelm systems with massive traffic floods. That's where Azure DDoS protection quietly steps in, absorbing and mitigating those attacks before they even touch your resources. It's like having a shield that never sleeps, ensuring your services stay online. Next, as the request moves closer to your app, the question becomes, is it safe? Could it be carrying malicious payloads? Here, the web application firewall acts as a gatekeeper. It inspects every request, applying policies to block common exploits like SQL injection or cross site scripting. And it doesn't just block, it gives you visibility through logs and metrics, so you know what's happening in real time. Finally, think about the traffic flowing inside your networks, between VNets, across spokes, and even back to on premises. This is where Azure Firewall takes control. It's filtering and inspecting encrypted traffic, detecting intrusions, and enforcing URL and category based rules. With premium capabilities, it becomes a nerve center of your network security, ensuring only trusted traffic moves through. Together, these layers form a story of resilience from the edge to the core, where every step is protected. Today, we have talked about Azure's approach to security, touching briefly on the outermost rings of proactive threat detection and response, our approach to identity, and our broad regulatory and compliance coverage. Then we shifted to a deep dive to the innermost rings for a look at Azure's defense in depth approach, highlighting capabilities we have at every layer of the platform. These capabilities are foundational for security, trust, resilience, and innovation in a cloud first, AI driven world. As the security threat landscape evolves, Azure will continue to keep security as our top priority. Now, to go deeper into any of the topics we covered today, we have made it easy. Visit the Azure Security website for an overview of our approach and capabilities. Explore the Azure Security docs for technical guidance and best practices. Follow the Microsoft Azure blog for insights and updates from our engineering teams. And check Azure updates to stay current on new features and improvements. Thank you for your valuable time today. We hope this information on Azure Security was valuable to you and your organization. Until next time.